Come one, come all. Welcome to the Three Amibros podcast. I guess we should say the Three Amibros minus one because there's only two faces on the screen right now. And that one, you may ask, where is he? Where did he go? Well, we don't know, but we have some things thought up of what happened to him. So what do you think happened to him, Jay?
Oh man, well, after all that Lions hype he had this weekend, man, he sent like TikToks about them being like Super Bowl champs already and things. So I think he's just way too obsessed that he must have done something like completely absurd and ended up somewhere where he shouldn't be, maybe jail. He's a
Maybe
redhead,
jail,
he's
yeah.
fiery. We know he's super fiery. Someone said one bad thing about the Lions.
Oh yeah, I know. He sent us the I love how he sent us the TikTok too of like the Lions and they're like, oh, this is the best win yet. And he's like, well, I don't know about their best win, but this was a good win. And then like someone was like, they're pretty trash. And he's like, no, they're not. They're Super Bowl best. And I was like, Chris, calm down.
The 12 and 5 Lions, the ones he wanted and predicted, are coming into fruition. They're not going
Hey,
to get five losses, but they're
but
looking
they have
powerful.
a little bit more of them. They're gonna have more than 5 wins though. So that's good.
Mhm.
It's better than no losses. But yeah, unfortunately, we're gonna miss Chris on this episode. But that's okay because we've got a lot of sports to talk about.
Ton of sports.
Ton of sports. And you know what? This will be a non-ranting podcast because we don't have Chris here. And
Exactly.
when Chris isn't here, I don't rant as much because he kind of helps me rant. And so,
You guys feed off the energy.
yeah, we feed off the ranting energy. And I think that there's only one good place to start this. And I think that's with basketball.
Oh, I
Huge
love
news came out today.
a huge news, man. All changes and with their trophies.
Yeah. Have you seen the trophies?
I did. They're a different. They're interesting. Really like the MJ one. I think that was really cool. But all the other ones tend to look the same. I
Yeah,
think I
and
understand the
it's
concept.
so are they like they're not are they just glass like it's like a glass thing and they have like the person inside of it, right? Like I'm
It looks like that. Maybe crystals. I mean, if you're gonna get that trophy and you're in the NBA, come on, I'll bet it be crystal, right?
come on, it's got to be something
Yeah.
nice. It can't be something bad. And
Well,
that
I
that
think
better
it's
not
like
just be plated.
the gold players and maybe like a stance that they were always in, or like
Yeah,
something
like
iconic
it
about
looked
them.
like yeah, it looked iconic stances, right? The one trophy that I didn't like and I think that the MJ trophy. I did not like that trophy. I
Oh,
thought it
really?
was yeah, I thought it I don't know what they were trying to do, whether they were trying to like infuse the old school with the new school with how like it was like it's kind of like darker on the bottom but then like gold on top. Like I didn't know what they were trying to do there, but like very interesting leeway on how they tried to do that trophy. I don't know what you but like it was weird.
Yeah. Obviously, no, it's just like him stretching. I don't know, but I get what
Yeah,
you're saying about the
and there's
color.
like no iconic pose or like no like dunk from the middle, like from like the free throw. I was just expecting something more like that.
Yeah, maybe it's a Jordan, copyrighted. NBA can't
Oh,
do
and he just said
that,
you
right?
said, yeah, you can name it after me, but you can't use my logo.
You can, fuck you.
They're like, yeah,
Money,
you can't,
maybe.
yeah, you can't,
But
yeah, you want to pay me, sure.
right. I think everybody knows who MJ is, and no one has to like really explain what
Yeah,
Michael
and if you
Jordan
don't
is.
know who MJ is, they did a beautiful documentary on him, The Last Dance. Just go watch it.
Oh, beautiful. It caused a lot of drama
Oh my
between all
God.
the players. Um, it made you look at Jordan as like what an athlete and what a guy. Like, I mean, he was a winner. That's what you
Yeah.
can say.
But they also didn't talk about some of the shady stuff he did while he was in basketball. So I don't know if you know this, but he kind of was a gambler.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so they didn't really talk about that much, but it's okay. They were only going to talk about what he wanted them to talk about.
Oh, 100%. It was
Yeah.
by him. Yeah. So
God.
you got to protect an image, man. Everybody wears Jordans. If they said bad things, it'd be bad. But
It'd be
anyways,
bad. Yeah.
going through some of these other ones though, there were a lot of ones I was like, who? And we had to look up prior to the
Oh
podcast
yeah, dude.
who
I
the heck
some
these
of the
people
people
were.
I have no idea who they even were. So
So
I knew Hakeem Olajuwon. I knew the defensive player of the year. I knew that one. That one I was like, yeah, of
Well,
course.
so for the people who don't like, it's a Defensive Player of the Year trophy. Who
Yeah.
say his name again? Because I looked at this and I know who he is, but I couldn't say the name
No,
if I tried.
Hakeem Olajuwon. I don't
Elijah Wood.
know why it's called Olajuwon. Like for me, dyslexic, that doesn't make sense when I look at the word. But hey, it's what it is. And he was honestly an absolute terror. My stepdad tells stories of like watching Hakeem back in the day. Like he like is defense, defense, defense.
Yeah,
Uh,
5-time NBA defensive first team, and that's not even including all the second teams.
he had 3,830 blocks, 3.1 blocks per game.
Wait, he was the guy who was like, no, no, no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, 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 yeah. Dude, 3.1 blocks per game.
What
That's
commercial was he in?
the Allstate commercial.
There it is. Okay.
Not in my house.
Yeah.
That's it away. That was good. Yeah. So that one, I think no one can dispute that was like what it should be. Rookie of the year, Wilt Chamberlain. I just think that I don't know if his rookie season was like great and that's why he's rookie of the year, or
Just how his greatness.
yeah, his greatness. And because he won like what 27 championships or something like that. Like something ridiculous, 13 or something ridiculous, right? Like
He's a little before my time when I
a
started
little, yeah.
basketball.
He's still kicking though. Did he? No, he
Oh,
didn't die.
I don't know.
I don't think he died. He's still kicking because I'm pretty sure that he like hands over the trophy every
No, he's
year.
dead. He was dead in 1999, bro.
Oh, that's no, that's who am I thinking of? Who Bill Russell. That's what I'm thinking of. Bill
Yeah,
Russell.
you know,
I
Bill
was
Russell.
surprised they didn't name one after Bill Russell.
There is one. There was one. Wasn't it?
There-
Wasn't it the NBA Bill Russell trophy, or was it
Oh,
something?
do you maybe that's what I'm thinking of because you get like is the Bill Russell kind of like the Walter Payton Award for football
I
being a
think
good
so.
person?
Yeah,
I'm
it
not.
was no, actually, it was the NBA's finals most valuable player. So the finals.
Oh, the finals most valuable player was Bill Russell. Is it still Bill Russell?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So and they've been I guess they've been teasing us because that's recent, right? That's like newer the last couple
Um,
years, right? Or is that have has that always been Bill
that's been a
Russell?
thing. I'm looking all the way back.
Because I know that
1973.
since 93.
73.
Okay. 73. Okay, maybe that's my it's not new, but they just recently changed the All-Star one, the All-Star
Yeah.
MVP, and then the East and the West All-Stars MVPs. Kobe is the All-Star MVP, and then Larry is the East, and Magic is the West. And so they were kind of teasing us. They were kind of like saying that this is happening.
Well, I think it's also cool because it just plays homage, and even later in life, and when years begin to change and these players become maybe different, they can also change names then too,
Yeah.
or they keep
So
them as legends. But I think it's at least right now, it's still paying respect to the originals.
when does so question before we get to the other three, when does Jordan get replaced by LeBron?
And which
Does
part?
he ever get replaced by for MVP?
Um, Years. Like I don't know
Yeah.
if it'll ever happen to. That'd be so controversial. Maybe when all the like people who watched NBA, MJ in his prime, like older people kind of pass. Maybe that I say like 30 years, 40 years, if it ever
Yeah.
does. But they'll make a trophy for him.
Because we were like in LeBron's prime. Like when
Yeah.
we were watching, like when we were teenagers, that was LeBron's prime. Like
Mm.
10 years ago when he was doing his thing, taking a team that shouldn't have gone to the finals. Like, yeah, against the Spurs. It's okay. 4-0. It's fine. LeBron. Yeah. But this one, I'm gonna have you introduce because the name, man, it's one of those hard ones again.
Oh, dude. Hey, trust me, we had to look it up to hear the pronunciation, but I believe it's John Havlicek.
Oh,
He's a
yes.
six-man player of the year trophy. 1963 was 1976 was when he played. He literally was 2 years prior to Larry Bird being drafted. Longtime Boston legend, apparently won 18 championships, 13 All-Stars, and just has his
Yeah,
number retired.
what an absolute legend, bro. Like he yeah, I'd never heard of this guy, right?
Yep.
Never heard of him. 8 championships? It's ridiculous.
That's crazy. That's as many as LeBron went to.
That's ridiculous. And yeah, 8. I wonder how many he went to. That
Uh,
I don't know how many because I never heard of him before this guy.
no.
I've actually heard of his name, but I didn't know who he was. And what's funny is I think Larry Bird was either a power forward or a small forward. I think he played small forward. Yeah, he was a small forward slash power forward.
Oh, and
So
that's
they
what
literally,
John
which is
Havlicek.
what this guy was, right? So it's funny they were they got all these championships from this guy, then went absolute tank mode and said, you know what, we're gonna go bad. Got the sixth overall pick a year, 2 years later, and got Larry, and then continued on their legacy again with Larry. And then they had the big three. The Boston has just been so good for so long.
Oh, dude, they're just good players, drafted great teams. Who doesn't want to be a Boston Celtic once they have like,
It's
that's a
iconic.
iconic man, that green, everything about it. Yeah, yeah. But
And
I
then
was
now
curious
they,
why sixth man.
yeah, I don't know why. Maybe just to like honor a legend because it doesn't seem like he was the sixth man. It seems
No.
like he was like part of the
Starting,
team.
yeah,
Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
the team.
Yeah, he was the team. But like, if he was a finals MVP, finals MVP one of the years he won, all-star many of years. He never won the MVP award though.
Well, that's kind of interesting that you said that too. One MVP of all the 8 championships he'd been to, so he must have been on another team that was really good, and he might have been actually that sixth man that well, we still put up numbers. But I mean, there's a ton of players that were six men that put up numbers.
I don't know, man. If you look at his minutes per game, they're pretty high. It's like
I'm dead.
41, 45,
Well,
45. Like,
don't blame us. This is
yeah.
1960 1976. I believe my dad was just barely born in that
I mean, like,
time.
yeah, what's it called? Like he put up, like, I guess back in the day in the 70s, he's putting up like 28, 27, 24 points per game.
That's crazy.
It's
And then we go to
ridiculous.
this other old guy. Most
Old.
improved player of the year goes to George Mikan, 1949 to 1954. What about an OG?
That's ridiculous.
Even know anybody that's still born in the 1940s, 50s?
Yeah, I don't know anybody. I mean, my grandpa, no, my grandpa might have been. I
But
actually don't know when my grandpa was born,
the
but yeah.
only thing that I saw was five-time BAA and NBA championship. So I'm assuming the basketball before basketball.
Basketball, a basketball American association. No, I have no idea what
Yeah,
it stands
Basketball
for.
American Association, maybe.
Maybe,
I can't
yeah.
remember what it was, but other thing about him was he was gigantic. You said it right. What? He was 6'10".
6'10
Yeah.
in 1950 or 1947 or whatever. Ridiculous, right?
And what's crazy about him being that length is the reason why we actually have goaltending, because I believe that's what it when we were looking him up, that was one of the things. So
Yeah.
in the fouling specifically, so he must have just stood in the fouling and literally went like
Literally, and just
this.
like, oh, Basketball Association of America. That's what it
Okay.
is. Dude, yeah. I mean, 6'10, you have a reach of probably another 3 feet. You're
Yeah.
probably just like standing there with your hand over the above the net, just blocking things.
Like,
Yeah,
we got
dude.
to do something about this guy. This is not.
But never heard of him before.
Nope.
And that's shocking to me that he got and what's funny is he played in the NBA or whatever, the BBA or whatever it was. But the picture they use on Wikipedia is his college picture. I thought that was kind of funny.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, whatever, dude. But yeah, I thought it was interesting that they used him for the most improved player. I don't know too much about basketball history, so I
Yeah.
don't know if he had like a crazy year where he came out of nowhere and just became this thing. But I looked at his stats and it didn't seem like that was the case. But it also might have been, I don't know.
Yeah. If you do know, like, come, please let
Yeah,
us know.
please let
We
us
have
know. Like, let
no
us know in
idea.
the comments because I have no idea. We're looking dumb right now talking about George Mikan, but like, I'm
Not
sorry.
dumb. We're effort. We have an A
Hey,
for effort.
effort. We
Effort.
we did some research.
Exactly. And then the next one, this one we actually looked up because the Clutch Award, whatever that is, and whoever gets it, by
Yeah.
Mr. Jerry West, the NBA logo himself.
Yep, clutch player of the year. This I want to get into something real quick on this though. So this is their so the coaches are not nominate the players that are going to be the clutch player of the year, but then once again, the dumb sports media picks the player who gets it. I hate that the media picks the player. It literally is like one of my least favorite things about sports.
I think they should allow the people to vote, or
Yeah,
even just the players. Like, if you don't want to vote, like, you have a deadline by this, these are all the votes. I think that's fair. Or even just like, hey, the league votes for the
yeah,
clutch player of the year.
like in like yeah, like have
I would
like
even say
and
that would be better off because those are people who actually know basketball. Like,
that's what
all
I'm
the other rest
saying.
of us are just fucking we wannabes.
Doofuses who think they know about sports. It's literally that's what I think. That's what I think of like anybody who does me. That's what I think about us. We're just doofuses who like
Think we know
talk about
sport.
sports and think that we know sports, but have never played a day of any kind of extracurricular outside of high school.
Yeah, no, never did college, nothing like that.
Never did call. I mean, yeah, I mean, even when we had Eric on here, like
Eric's
still a doofus talking about football.
yeah. Oh, NIA baseball legend. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so
Love you,
it's like
Eric.
love you, dude. But like, it just makes no sense that they get to vote on him. I would be fine if they like introduce 5 players who are like this year, if like Micah Parsons and I don't even know who else is up for defensive player of the year right now. Maybe Judon, he's a sack
Nick
leader.
Bosa.
Nick Bosa, right? Like whoever. Like if they pick 5 people and then you just like the players vote on those 5 people.
Yeah. It's a very hot topic, and I feel your debate, and I think there might be changes. But let's just get back to the man himself, Jerry West, and why he's Mr. Clutch. Because did you know why he was the Clutch or nicknamed Mr. Clutch?
I would have guessed that. I did a little research, so this might be biased, but I want to guess that because I don't know if Jerry West did anything super special. I don't now. I could be super dumb, but it does. I don't. I'm never like whenever
I
someone
think he's
talks about
just
like
had a lot of hand in basketball because he's won 2 executive awards for being in the NBA. So maybe he's just done a ton for the game and did stuff in it. Like he was only a one-time NBA champion, but he was MVP. So what he did in the game, I don't know. Oh, he probably still was. I mean, things that he said was the NBA record for 46.3 points in the playoffs, like per game. That's what he averaged.
46 point. That's
Three.
crazy. That's
So,
ridiculous.
and then he was a coach, and then he went all other stuff. But like, yeah, it was. I didn't know that. I know Jerry West was just our logo, but I mean, 1960, 1974. Again, that's like our parents weren't even born, barely born,
Yeah,
or if not born yet.
my mom was not born. I think my mom was born in 73, so barely born, a newborn
Oh,
basically.
yeah. So I think these like, I mean, it's just so funny when we talk about these people who know, like we don't
Yeah,
not know, but we know.
and so it's like funny to think that like now we all know who Jerry. I think we've all heard the name Jerry West.
Yeah. If
I've
it
heard the
wasn't the
name Jerry.
logo, I don't think I ever would.
No, me neither. I don't think I ever would either. But I know who Michael Jordan is. I know who Hakeem Olajuwon is. I know who Wilt Chamberlain is. But the other 2 people didn't know.
Yeah, I
I
get
will say
that.
that. Maybe that's just maybe not being the biggest basketball fan. Maybe that's why I don't know him. Like I didn't follow it too closely, but like
I've grown into one. That's the part. Like, so I still don't know enough. And like, it's not like the
yeah.
only person I ever knew that knew basketball was Riley, and he knew
Mm,
that's the only person I had any knowledge of basketball with.
I wonder if he would know who these are.
Oh, I bet.
Maybe. He
Well,
seems like
Jerry
he
West, something about Jerry West screams jazz. I don't know. There might be
no.
something within them.
No, that's what's his name?
John Stockton. Thank you.
I guess John Stockton. Very similar play style. Both like because I imagine Jerry West was a super big passer because that's kind of what
Yeah, he was
point
like
guards were. Yeah, it's kind of what point guards were back in the day. Well, except for that one year where he averages 40
yeah,
points.
yeah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. But yeah, I think that I so overall, what do you think of the changes to the names, changes to the trophies? I mean, because the hockey world, it's been like this forever. They had the names after trophies. Now, when do you think every sport comes into this? Is this a new wave, or what do you think?
Probably going to be a new wave for sure because I think it just pays respects to like how this got here because it's a wonderful game that everybody loves and so many people can like see it in all these aspects for hockey, basketball, football. And it's finally a time where they can show some light on some history for all people who never maybe knew. Because I mean, if it wasn't for our parents, maybe we didn't know football like that.
Yeah,
We're
because I
like
mean,
now,
baseball has Cy Young Award.
yeah. And right now, because like right now, all these things like we just looked up, so we just took up time to look up these awards, and the people are going to do the same. So it's going to be like, oh, okay, well, this person's that, and it's just going to get a little bit of more education on it. So I think it's you can see this move into football too, because there's some legends. I mean, we have a couple like that would be the crazy one to see, just because there's so many players, and maybe
Who do
they
you
do it.
pick?
Maybe they make more of them, like the
Yeah,
best skilled position. So the best receiver goes like the Jerry Rice Award or something. Like, I mean, come on now, Jerry Rice.
come on, Jerry. I don't
Who
think
fuck
that
else?
I don't think that one's up for debate. It's more of the quarterback
Quarterback.
one. Like
Mm.
who do we take? Like, do
Even
you
running
take
back.
Montana?
You can
Running
go
back
Jim
even. Yeah,
Brown,
like
Barry Sanders.
yeah.
But yeah, but yeah. So we'll see this change, I think, everywhere.
Yeah, I think so. I just wonder how long it'll take for it to change everywhere.
Yeah. I would say
I'm
in the next like 5 to 10 years, I think we can see that. Only other thing I wanted to do in basketball was one, I just don't know if you saw this, but I thought it was funny. One thing that's like not making me not interested in basketball, but big thing is the refs. I think that's in every sport, period.
yeah.
But like basketball specifically, dude, they're throwing technicals out for the craziest things that you've ever seen. And I think on Sunday night, Luca got attacked for literally like screaming at his own player, like talking to his player, like yelling at him, like not screaming, he was yelling at him, but the ref like teed him up. I'm like, what the fuck?
Why are you teaming up? Why are you teaming up teammates that are like not like in an altercation, but are like just like he's trying to teach him, dude,
Yeah,
do
he's
this.
frustrated. He's trying to like
Yeah.
get the ball and get things rolling, and then he's gonna team up. Like, dude, come on now. Unnecessary one.
Yeah, dumb,
Yeah,
dumb,
it's
dumb, dumb. I honestly hate refs, but
Well, I think part of it is like the refs are trying to sit there like I control the game and we do this like
Yeah.
in its own respective. Like you can't yell at me like that. And so if they feel like they are being attacked, then they're going to be like, oh no.
Yeah, and yeah, I listen. I don't know. I'm like I said, I'm not the biggest basketball fan, but I think that this is the one game that is not like protected in any way, right? In
Yeah,
baseball, you wear helmets. In football, you have the whole shebang.
it's
In
really
hockey, you have the whole shebang. But in basketball, you have nothing, right? You don't wear protect. You might wear like the cushion, like arm sleeve or the
yeah,
cushion leg sleeve, but like you're not really wearing anything.
no.
And so, is it
I've
good
seen
for
you
the?
play basketball and you're a
Yeah,
physical basketball player.
yeah,
But
and
me
that
too. And like
yeah,
it's
that's the thing though. Is like it's like I don't know. Like, are they protecting the players or are they being a little wussies and trying to like make the game soft? That's
I
like
think
the next
there's
question.
certain times where it's like protecting the players, but like on a thing like that, that's not even that's soft.
You know what? I know this is taking it to football, but it's a similar thing. But it's like the roughing the passer calls,
Yeah.
dude. Some of those are the most asinine things I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, 100%.
Is that kind of how the NBA refs are kind of getting? Where it's just like,
100%.
what the fuck? Like, why?
But I think again, it just comes back to more people can view it, and then they're going to shed light on it. Like, not only are you just going to see it, but you're going to see Instagram post after Instagram post about it. So there's just more attention to it, maybe.
Yeah,
So it's maybe been like this, but I don't know. It is just like that though. Like with
yeah,
the like, I think Herbert had a passing call this weekend that was like, what? Like
yeah,
he's
dude, and you're just like, are you kidding me? Or
yeah.
yeah, it's been ridiculous. And then I think the only other thing I think you mentioned and you sent me something, but the Pelicans and the Suns are
Drama.
yeah, Pelicans are
Well,
the best team in the West right now.
dude, isn't that insane? But they have a dirty squad. I don't know if
I
you guys
okay,
do that.
I thought that they were good last year, right?
Yeah.
And now I'm like on the Zion band like 50-50. I'm not super crazy on him just because he keeps getting hurt.
Yeah, he's
But
hurt
like
all.
if this guy could stay healthy, it in the last I think it was like 8 games or something like that. He's averaging like 30 points a game, like 5 to 7 rebounds a game or something like that, which is ridiculous. Like, what
You
the
know,
heck?
he is just a like, but even like seeing him in stature, he's not like I thought he was big, but he's not that big. He's just like he's big, he's built, but he's not gigantic. And
He's
he's
not
the
tall. Is he 6'9", right?
I'm trying to look for him right
He's a
now.
big, he's a tall
He's six
guy, but
six.
6'6". Okay, whoa,
But
yeah,
like
he's
he's a
pretty
power forward at 6'6". LeBron James is how tall?
6'10".
Yeah, come on now. Like that's he plays
It
the same position as LeBron James and
he
is
looks shorter than Melvin Ingram.
that's crazy.
Like when they like maybe he's just lengthy, right? That's
Yeah.
that's his first name, right?
Melvin Ingram.
Ingram.
Oh,
Yeah,
Brandon Ingram.
Brandon Ingram.
I think
Thank
of
you.
Brandon Ingram because
Yeah,
yeah, no,
and
but Brandon Ingram's like long,
he's
like
lengthy.
he's
He's
like
more
KD.
built. Yeah, dude. Did you know how much KD weighs?
Yeah, like he weighed 145 pounds or something silly like
No, 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 no. Do you know how much he weighs right now?
no,
210 pounds.
that's a big dude.
I would have never guessed that.
Me
He is
either.
so lengthy, but he's the same weight as Giannis, or 220 pounds. Like I think they weigh like 5 pounds different or something like that. When I
Like
saw that stat, I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
when he was at Oklahoma or something, like in his early years, even like a Supersonics, he could barely bench the plate. He was so tiny and
He's
scrawny.
so
It's
skinny,
crazy.
bro.
But anyways, this is the drama behind it. Well, first off, if you didn't watch the NBA finals last year, the Pelicans actually took the Suns, I believe, almost all the way to game
I
seven and
think
made it
Game
a
Seven. Yeah,
series. And it was an intense series, and now Zion did not play in it. And then
yeah,
I believe on Sunday night when they were playing each other, it was like a runaway game towards the end of it, and Zion did a 360 dunk at the end of the game and really bothered him. But I
hell
think it's the
yeah,
Pelicans' way of saying like, "Bitches, right, we're here." But like, really, I think everybody started getting into these faces, and they tried to obviously each side was defending its things.
yeah,
And then the next night they played and went into overtime. Pelicans still pulled it out. But the one cool thing about the Pelicans is, dude, they're young. Listen to this, like I see one person over the like three people over the age of 25.
Holy crap!
Yeah, yeah,
Over the age of 25?
yeah.
Does
Five people over the age of 25.
does that does that guy who was a rookie last year who came in kind of squirrely, really fast, really
All
like
steals.
yeah.
Yeah, that's Alvarado.
Yeah, is he still on that team?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that guy was a game changer, bro.
dude. They got CJ McCollum last year in a trade towards the end of the season,
Oh
which was really
yeah, I
good.
forgot about. I forget.
They have
Poor.
Valanusis, the dude that used to be on the Grizzlies. Then they have Zion. Then they still have that guy. They had this guy named Jackson Hayes last year who did really good and
They
is
have
still
Ingram.
doing good. Larry Nance Jr.,
Do they have
Ingram. No, they don't
Ingram
have
still?
Ingram anywhere. I don't know where he is, but I know he's not here.
Oh really? I loved him.
I thought he was great too. Oh no, he is. Never mind, he is. Yeah, he
Yeah, I
is.
thought he was there. I thought he
Never
was
mind.
still there.
Yeah,
Is he
he just
injured?
no.
Oh
He just looks so big. He's so
yeah, he is a tall guy. Yeah, but that team is like young, but like really good. I know that. I love watching NBA
he is
finals are
out
one of
right
my
now.
favorites to watch though.
I'm dead. He is out.
He's injured.
Uh, he sprained his big toe 18 days ago.
How the hell do you sprain your big toe, bro?
When you're that tall, man, how imagine his toes.
It's those are huge, bro.
I know. Crazy.
Um,
But yeah, that
but
was
yeah,
just
that's
something
and
fun that I thought we should just shed light because, like, I mean, dude, being both Arizona boys, it's nice to see the Suns. Well, one, it's cool to see the Suns actually be anything again. Like they were
they're
kind
never
of
gonna
something when we were young, but we'll see what happens.
with Steve Nash, but then the Spurs shut him down every year.
Yeah,
And
well, that or the Lakers.
yeah, literally. And what's funny is like they have Devin Booker, great shooting guard. Chris Paul, obviously everyone knows who Chris Paul is. And then they have Aiton, but they're still kind of trash. How?
I think it's all just comes down to when it goes to the playoffs. Like we'll see all these teams like will change. So like New Orleans may be on top now, but say Zion gets hurt again because he always gets hurt.
Always.
Always.
And if hey, change our mind, dude. Like hopefully you do.
Oh, I want you.
But
I don't want you hurt.
yeah, like
That's the thing. We don't want anyone hurt. We just saying this is what's
no.
happened.
It's don't be Pelican fans, don't be mad at us. We're just saying
Yeah.
like when was the last time you played a full
And the
season?
Jazz completely dropped
Even
off.
at yeah, dude, the Jazz, I feel for them. They how's Portland doing?
Um, sixth. I think Dame's back, which is nice. So yeah, sixth. They're coming
Nice.
back. So
The
they
Spurs
weren't
fell off, but they had like a last second block to like win the game. Pretty hype.
9-18. Yeah, yeah. On a 3-win streak. Let's go,
Hey,
baby.
let's go, baby.
So you're finally on the come up, which I think is good, right?
We're trying. We're trying our hardest, you know.
We still got a long season ahead of us. So
Yeah.
and let's go into another really long
80,
season ahead of
82
us.
games, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and so 82 games is also hockey. Yeah. Did so that's fun. That's a little fun fact for you guys. Basketball and hockey. It's right around the same time too, because hockey playoffs is like June, July, and the basketball playoffs is like May or June. So it's
Yeah.
like literally like almost the same season. But yeah, we have hockey and don't know how, but the Kraken are still doing their thing, still doing well. They're losing right now 2-0 to Tampa Bay, but that's a tough team.
I saw that.
Yeah, that's a tough team. But they are looking pretty good still. Like I'm shocked that they have been so good with how young their team is. Second year as a team, like good for them. Like the fact that you can actually do something with how because I really feel bad for them too because the Vegas Knights kind of ruined any expansion team for the next couple of years because the Knights came in, did a bunch of trades, did a bunch of things that kind of screwed over other teams. But it was like, okay, hey, like not really screwed over, but kind of screwed over. And then they were almost able to make the finals, or they did make the finals.
So what do you mean by
Um,
almost screwed him over? Like, give us some context because I don't.
like,
This is news to
oh
me.
yeah, like so they made some really great trades, they made some really great things, and teams were willing to work with them. But then this now, like the Kraken came in last year, and like no teams were willing to work with them.
I'm dead.
Yeah, it was like interesting. It was interesting because like the Knights did such a good job at like kind of finagling the system and making a really great team that shouldn't have been that good. And they're still doing good. They're the first in the West. So that's pretty good, you know. They just matched up with the Bruins, which was really fun because you got the two teams in the East and the West, two number ones. And the Knights got the Bruins the first time at home, and then the Bruins got or no away, and then the Bruins got the Knights away as well on the second game. Like it was like a game break and then a game again. It was really good though.
Nice. What's up?
Yeah, the Penguins are on a 8-1-1. They're on a 6-game win streak right
That's
now.
awesome. Okay, for your
They
Penguins.
yeah, they really needed it because they did not know they look like how to play hockey there. They have a 6-game win streak and they have an 8-game lose streak. So there's like, they're on both ends of the spectrum this year.
If
They
it's not one, it's the other. Full
yeah,
commitment. I
literally.
like that.
Hey, they're consistent, just not the way you want them to be consistent.
Right.
Evgeny Malkin, who's been on our team forever, hit his 1,000th game couple weeks ago. We dude, did I tell you about Chris Letang?
No, who's that?
So Chris Letang is our like star defender. He's been in the league. So basically, Crosby, Malkin, and Letang have been in the league basically together forever, and they're
Okay.
kind of the trio that's just been in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And this is the second time, but he had a seizure.
Ooh.
Yeah, and he just returned back to the ice like 2 games ago or a game ago, 2 games ago I think now.
Oh,
But it was
love to
like
hear that.
kind
At
of
least
wild. Yeah,
support.
kind of wild to like see this. Like I was like, whoa, never. And he just had a seizure, and he's doing fine though. Didn't seem to be lasting anything, but kind of crazy to like have that happen.
Dude, 100%. That's really scary to hear, but at least he's healthy and fine and back onto
Yeah.
it. There was another guy you mentioned to me. Who is this Connor McDavid and why should I know him?
Mr. McDavid. Yo, Connor McDavid is, I like to say, the second coming of Wayne Gretzky. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but because like Wayne Gretzky is like, you know about Wayne Gretzky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All-time great.
he's the all-time points leader. And if you took away all of his goals, he would still be the all-time points leader. That's how good he is. Like that's how good he is. And you get a point for goals and assists, right?
Assist.
So yeah, so he had that many assists that he would still be the all-time points leader.
That's
Which is
crazy.
yeah, which is insane. It's like that's like who Wayne Gretzky is.
Is that ever a beatable record?
Yeah, well, like if you play long enough, sure, but the game has changed so much, and he also played along Chris. No, that's not that. Chris Shelley was a defender. I can't remember his name right now, but he played along another good center and another good winger who, like, when you're a hockey and Gretzky was a center. So when you're a center, you're basically like assist slash shoot, but you look for your assists first, right? You're the middle guy, you're the puck handler to like try to get to your wingers to like get a goal. It's kind of like what a center does. And so a really great center like Crosby's a center, Bergeron's a center, like these hockey people. But to get to crazy, he had like a 200-point season, which is insane. Like that means he had 200 points in assists and goals.
In 82 games?
Gnarly. 82 games. So it's crazy, right? It's just ridiculous. It's
That's well over
points
2 points a game.
Yeah, so that's the thing that's like that is like almost unbeatable. But there's another guy. He played for the Edmonton Oilers forever. So now Connor McDavid plays for the Oilers. It's kind of like the second coming. He's like this really, like, when you think of a fast skater, you think of McDavid. This man's like, he can go up and down the ice in seconds. It's ridiculous. If you like, we'll watch some highlights one time, but it's like ridiculous to see like how fast he skates. He can control a puck like no other. And the reason I say I don't know how beatable it is because a high goal scorer or a high points like total is like 70, 80, maybe 90. Like that's crazy.
That's crazy.
110. Like, right. I think like if you have a guy who gets like 25 goals, 30 goals, like you're like, yep, we got good out of you, right? If your high guy scoring like 70, you're like, good. Yes. Like that was 56 from what's his name? Austin McDavid last year, I think was like the high.
56
He had
goals.
like 56 goals.
And how many assists?
But I think he hit like 115 or 110, which is
That
like
was
really good,
that's his
good,
points
right?
total, right?
That's his points total. So like 50 assists as well, right? So that's like an amazing season. But McDavid right now has like 55 points, and we're a third of the way through the season. He's on track to have like a 150-point season, which is like insane. Like having a 150-point season with the way goalies are now and the way people play defense, like just like in football, just like in basketball, as the years go on, you just get better and better and better, and you know how to play the game, and it's science, and it's not so much now. His raw talent is insane, but now it's got science behind it. They do all these things to do stuff and like whatever, but to get 150 points this season would be absolutely insane.
That's crazy. How old is he?
He's 27, 25, 26, 27. Yeah, he's young, 30, maybe 30. But But yeah, let's see how old he is actually. McDavid. But yeah, and he's a Canadian boy, so it's good for the country, you know.
And yeah, drafted by his own, huh?
Yeah, he's a Canadian boy. He's an ice hockey
He a
center.
ginger?
Yeah,
Oh, we love gingers here. And a
yeah,
first round pick.
yeah,
Dang,
yeah. He's
2015. So
yeah,
he's
2015,
25. He's
25. Yeah,
25.
he's young, bro. Like he is like young.
You
That's
said
why it's like
maybe 30. I was like, oh, that's not bad. But you're
yeah.
saying
So 27. I
150
said
points.
26, 27, maybe 30. I didn't know how old he was.
152 points, and he's literally 25 years old. He's younger than us doing this stuff.
Yeah, and like that's like the crazy thing is like he has in his career he has 264 goals and 488 assists, and right now he has 55 points,
Wow. That'd be
which is
cool.
ridiculous. So he has 25 goals and 30 assists.
Yeah.
So like, but what's even crazier is this team is like absolutely nutty right now. They because they have Draisaitl, who is like another center, but kind of plays winger. And he is sitting at like I can't remember. He's so McDavid's sitting at like 55 and this guy's sitting at like 42.
Dang.
Yeah. So like the fact that they're
Studs.
both able to like be this good right now, and Draisaitl has always been good. So that's not really like the thing that's like crazy. It's just where the hell is their team?
Yeah.
Where can I find it? But yeah, I'm getting really into hockey and it's really fun, dude. It's like fun to like actually like see kind of what it is about and like
Yeah. This is why I
what they
wish
do.
I almost lived in Arizona so I get cheap tickets to the Coyotes. Because
Dude,
going to the Kraken games are so expensive. Just getting tickets are expensive. What's it out there for the Predators?
very expensive.
And you know what? I've never been to a sporting event that the men's had a line. The men's restroom had a line.
Wow. Well, I mean, it's very men's heavy.
It is very, but like blew my mind. No one
Yeah,
like
me too, because that's actually shocking because um the men's room never has a line, bro.
never. You just yeah, but anything else in the world of hockey since you've just been getting into hockey and we love it, man. Same here. I've been just playing NHL, trying to learn a little bit more about it because I really think it's fun. It's such a
Shell's fun,
fast-paced
dude.
sport. But anything else to wrap it up with hockey?
I don't think so. So like, but this is what I would tell you. Yeah. Draisaitl has 46 points, and then they have another center, Nugent Hopkins, who has 33 points.
Dang. So they're
Yeah.
just on scoring tear. They're a good team.
And the number one person on Pittsburgh is Sidney Crosby, and he has 38 points.
Wow.
So like and that's average. That's like a good season so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's been fun, dude. Like to just watch hockey, and it's so fast and it's so fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of crazy to see if that happens this year. So we'll be on Connor McDavid watch from here on out.
I love it. That's cool, man.
And now that another sport that's kind of like hockey, but it's played on a grass field.
And
And
all the rage right now. Is it
all the
soccer
rage.
or is it
It's
football?
I know who knows. I mean, I call it soccer.
I call it soccer, but I'm
Sometimes I call
American.
it yeah. Sometimes I call it football, but like,
Never
but
flipped.
um, Argentina arguably was this really hot, like was like one of the favorites coming in. Them and Brazil were like the favorites coming in. And then what's so funny is they lose their first game to
Yeah.
like Saudi Arabia, which was like, what? Like, it must have obviously it must have done them well.
Yeah. They need to
Lose
have
a
lost that
game.
first.
They needed to lose. They needed to lose, like to like really get him into him because now they're in the finals.
Now Messi realized how quickly he's like, oh my gosh, this is my last one.
And I think Messi had a goal or two
Yeah.
this game. I don't really know what happened, but I think he had a goal or two.
He did. He did. I think pretty good, but against Croatia, who was one of those you said surprise teams. Again, I'm not really familiar with World Cup. All the knowledge that I have is from all my actually coworkers. I have a lot of coworkers who are really into the World Cup, which has been really awesome. So one of my little guys just cried when Mexico lost. It was
Damn,
the funniest thing.
that's right. So Lionel Messi had a penalty, which is cool. So he got like a penalty
Oh, sick.
goal.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fact that Croatia was one of those teams, they the last two games went to overtime and then went to penalties. So they've won the last two games in penalties.
That's insane.
Yeah. And so
So
the
good
fact
run
that
for them. Final four.
yeah, final now they're gonna go play for third, which is cool. Hey, good for you. Hey, to Croatia, go off. Like no one thought you were gonna be this far. So good for you
No.
guys.
And then we got they're going to be playing the loser of the France versus Morocco, which Morocco was that surprise team too that also beat Portugal.
I think Morocco was like the more surprise team. Like that was a crazy win.
Yeah.
And to get a red card in that game, to get a win and a red card is ridiculous.
Oh man, and poor Cristiano Ronaldo crying his eyes out leaving the thing. But
Well,
France,
because it's probably his last one. Like he's old.
he's about that. Messi, him and him are the same
Yeah,
age.
him and yeah, the same age. And now it's like, how do you even if like so if France goes, they've got Mbappe, and Mbappe's a man. I don't know if you know about Mbappe, but Mbappe's a man.
I know the name, and I'm glad you know how to say his name. And that's another one I looked at and said, Mbappe. I don't know.
What? Yeah, so Mbappe is like their team is
Well, I heard they were also very favorited to win this because they were
France is
super
yeah,
good.
super good. And so I I don't know if Morocco even stands a chance against them.
Did France win the last one? I don't know. Who won the
Um,
last World Cup?
oh, dude, now before we look it up, we got to make guesses. Who do you think
I'm thinking
won the
France.
last? I'm thinking it was. Mm, okay, you're going with France, and I'm gonna go with. It wasn't Italy. I'm gonna go with Germany.
Germany is the one you're gonna go with?
Yeah, I'm going with Germany. I don't know who won, but
Nope, that was 2014. You were really close. It was France in 2018.
okay. Hey, we got the last two though.
You
Look at
got
us.
last two. Look at that. At least we kept in.
Hey, look at us, dude. We're out here not knowing much about soccer and only get to only really so actually that's a lie. So back in the day at one of my old jobs, I used to work with this guy and we used to bet. So he would help me with soccer and I would help him with football. And we'd open our store at like 5 a.m. And so we would be there super early, right? And so but soccer started because it was in England. So it was like 2 p.m. over there. So it would start at like 7 here. And so we would make bets on like Tottenham and like West Ham and like all these like I had no idea. And we would just make bets in the middle of our of our shift. It was super fun. And then yeah, but to see with the World Cup, to finally actually see something good from the
Yeah,
World Cup.
dude. Right.
Argentina. I just hope Messi gets it.
Me too. I think it'll be good for him to get it.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun to see somebody who's meant so much to the soccer community finally get one.
Yeah, finally. I didn't realize
Yeah.
they had one. I thought, but
Mm-mm.
it's hard to get that.
And
That's one thing about
if
soccer. That's got to be hard to get a World Cup, man.
dude, that's and like so Mbappe, right? He's I
Yeah.
think played in 2 or 3 World Cups now. I think this is his third one. He and Ronaldo's played in like 7. I don't know how many he's actually played in, but he's played in a lot. Mbappe has more goals than Ronaldo.
Wow.
And so it's just like Ronaldo, like such a great Premier League player, such a great like league player, but can't get it done for Portugal ever. Now we have no room to talk about soccer because we don't know that much about it, but this is just what I heard. Okay.
This is just what I heard.
But yeah,
These
so
are just
so
facts given to me.
these are just facts. So if you had to take a guess, who do you think is winning, France or Morocco?
Oh, France. I think it'll be a France Argentina,
And then
and we're just gonna go Argentina because
I'm going Argentina.
why
Yeah,
not?
I'm hoping they win. I'm trying to write him out. I'm trying to let's get Messi one before he retires.
Yeah,
I
and
don't know if he's
deserving.
retiring,
A
but
player that's so deserving of it.
yeah, they play next Sunday. Or they play on Sunday, the
There you go.
18th.
But
Yeah,
wait for the finals.
yeah, for finals.
Wow.
Yeah, that's quick.
Wow.
So they played today. They played today and tomorrow, and then they play on Sunday for the final.
That's insane.
That is insane. I don't know how. Do you like the one play, and then you go home? Do you like that, or do
So
you want the
hard.
series?
I prefer series because I think like in certain games, like but here's the difference. It's like football too.
Yeah,
Like
football too.
NFL,
Yeah,
American football, right? You get that one opportunity, one chance, can't fuck it up. Where like
I don't know if I like that.
but like I get it in football. I think in soccer or football, whatever you want to call it, you could probably do that because I mean they do it in leagues and they do it in high school where I not like that, but they play multiple games in one day. So why wouldn't you be able to play a game and then wait a couple days and play another game? I think a series would be more beneficial, but it would be longer. So you would have to pick a point where to put it.
And so now, but the fun thing about the one game and get in is you would never get like a Morocco like this.
Exactly.
You would never get a team that's just like running a high, getting
And
this far without like a series really does. Seattle
Yeah.
felt it, right? A series really does like make or break if you are the better team or if you are just like running a high because I
You're
think you
winning.
you know that Seattle felt it in baseball.
Yeah. The hot streak
So
going. Get that hot streak going. Yeah, but you're right. And I think that's what's hard. So I think it's cool because also soccer, they play all year round, basically, is what I think.
dude, I don't know when they stop.
Because they have this and they have the Premier League and they do this. Like
And like it seems like they're always playing
yeah, exactly. So yeah, we'll see. But I think that wraps it up pretty much for football or the World Cup.
football. The World Cup. Well, yeah, tell us who you think you're gonna win because I'm betting on Argentina.
I think
So
we agreed.
yeah, both of us. And I hope Chris would too, or he might even take France because I don't know.
He likes to be different.
He likes to be different. And I think that leads us to why you all come and listen to us. Why you all uh why you all listen to our beautiful voices, and that's football.
American football.
American football. And unfortunately, we don't have one of us here. So we're gonna have to do Lions Den without him. And we're gonna have to, I think honestly, actually though, I think you do a better Lions Den than Chris does.
Oh, thank you. I'm
Because
trying. No one wants to listen to him cry and bitch and moan about how bad the Lions were for a couple of weeks. Can you imagine listening to that all season? We're gonna make a reel that's gonna have that one where he was really mad talking about firing all the coaches and then what he would be like now. That's why I'm mad he's not here.
yeah,
Wanted to hear him after this high,
he's
especially after
almost 500 after beating the Vikings.
Vikings and what? Oh my God. You know what? I just want him, I'm gonna have him send me a video of himself just talk about the Lions, maybe like 30 seconds.
I'm really pissed about this one. I was just really hoping the Vikings would score. I didn't want them to win. I was just hoping they'd score because I did lose my bet with Chris. I thought that the 10-point was an easy bet.
Oh,
And they beat him by 11.
And I think towards the end of the game they did
They
that.
kicked they kicked a field goal, and I think they kicked a field goal or they scored a touchdown, one and two. And then the Vikings were driving and they scored a touchdown, but they couldn't.
That's funny,
I
man.
was really, but hey, Jared
Yes.
Goff, who the hell has he been the last two games? Like this is who he needs to be if
Well,
they're going to make a good run in the playoffs
dude, getting hot. And I think
at the
that's
right time.
sometimes that's the name of the game, getting hot. They're in the hunt for it. They're doing all these things. So why wouldn't you be? But yeah, dude.
I think
So
the more asinine thing is Kirk Cousins had 425 yards.
that defense is still soft, but the offense is strong. And okay, hold on, ready. You ready for my Chris impression? This is gonna be
I'm
so
ready.
great.
I'm
Okay.
ready.
First off, fuck yeah to the Lions. Let's go, baby. Beat the worst team in football in his eyes, I think, and that shitty ass Kirk Cousins. I personally don't think that way, but I know he does. Um, along with that, my guy Jamison Williams finally got a touchdown. Do you see how quick his feet were?
On
All
the
he did was
first pass of the NFL. On the first pass.
first pass of the NFL touchdown. He sent us that little video and he was like, look at his feet. And I was like, dude just ran straight.
Yeah. It was impressive though. 41 yards on
Oh,
the dot. Like,
and he actually looked pretty good throughout the game, especially with all of it. That makes the Lions even scarier. So, and this
yeah,
guy's
dude.
just getting back. He's not even back in full form. And they're gonna get a pick in the top 10 again.
Dude. And for not even being shitty.
Not even being shitty. This is going to be if you're a Lions fan, this is the most optimistic I think you'll ever be or have ever been with a team because this has been so fun to watch. I remember helping Chris like get through that because no one wants to listen to that cry baby cry about the Lions.
It's been too long. You can't cry every single week
No.
and every single year.
And he gets so mad.
He
I
gets
think it
so
got
mad.
so
The
for the
only
sake
thing
of
that was keeping, can you imagine if the Lions were having a shitty season and if Michigan lost to Ohio State, bro?
season would have been over, I don't think he would have been on the podcast. It would
I
just be
don't,
us.
yeah, I think it'd be us. I think it'd be just like this.
But
Yeah,
Chris, we salute you in the Lions, and we're so happy to see you win.
dude, and finally DJ Shark kind of doing what he was supposed to be doing. Like the last two games, he's had kind of a tear.
Let's just give this to Jared Goff finally playing well.
Yeah, fine. I think it's finally playing well. I think it's not making the dumb decisions because I think he's been playing well. I just think he has those dumb decisions that he's been making.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's finally like, hey, we're gonna not do that, and we're going to make right decisions.
Make right. However it gets done, right?
Yeah. Hey, if it gets done, it gets done. Do you want to take it to Cowboy Corner or do you want to take it to me?
Oh,
Where do you want
bro.
to go?
You know what? Let's do me first because I think you have the worst one out of the both
I
of
don't want
us.
to hear.
My
Okay.
game must have been shitty. Okay.
So
Oh,
I want to
well,
hear your birth. Since Chris isn't here, I try to always do the impression and it's never good, you say. So I want to hear your rendition of the Cowboys corner.
but this is the best part. I can do a lot of things, but talk about like that. Oh, it's so much better when it comes from someone else. But if you must have me do it,
I want you to introduce the Cowboys corner because I don't think we have you done it yet.
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the famous Cowboy Corner. Let's go, baby. And
I
how about
love
them
when
Cowboys?
I love when the mic goes out because we know you're yelling. We
I
know
know.
you're yelling.
Is that what happened again?
Yeah, it happened with Chris too. It's my favorite. It's just like
I
you're
love it.
yelling.
Well, even though it's
Even though
it's not the happiest Cowboys corner, but we got a W, so why are we gonna be mad? Hey, remember, winners get to wear jerseys, Alex. That's why you're in a
yeah,
red shirt.
I get it.
But 27-13, scary. Honestly, never 100% we should not win that game. I was driving into work as it was kind of ending and watching it on my not on my phone, but like watching the play-by-play. We stopped them literally from scoring a touchdown. That's the only reason why we won the game. So
100%.
shout out to our defense. You did it again. And that is why we have a super chance to get into the Super Bowl or even a good divisional, like run deep into the NFC playoffs. We got the Eagles to beat, but it's coming up, baby. We got
2 more weeks.
2 more weeks. I can't wait. But we have to make sure that we don't have shit games like this. And a lot of it was turnovers. I think we had 3 turnovers. Dak had 2 interceptions, and then I can't remember what the other issue was, or who fumbled, but someone fumbled must have.
Somebody fumbled. Um,
Stupid, isn't it?
all I'll say is I don't know what they were feeding that. So this I'm gonna
Oh,
not talk about the Cowboys. Who was
punt
it?
return, our punt. We had a fumble,
Oh,
like a someone
muff the
Turpin
punt.
muffed the punt. Yeah, a little loser.
Dude, can't do that as a punt returner. Um, I don't know. I really, 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 really hope that the Houston Texans don't fire Lovey Smith.
I don't. I hope they don't either because I don't think it's his fault. This is, dude. They don't have. I don't think they will because of strictly the quarterback play. You
Dude,
don't have
who's been
nobody.
playing? Yeah, who the fuck has been playing? They had Kyle Allen last week. They went back to Davis Mills and then they benched him for no, he got hurt. No, he got benched after the interception. He threw the interception, couldn't get into the end zone on that. He couldn't get into the end zone. 4 tries with like 5 yards to go. Then they put Jeff Driscoll in, and he kind of looked good.
It's the Houston. I don't really care. We're talking about the Cowboys here, but I
Yeah,
hope they don't. I hope they don't. Because it's not his fault, and I think they
not his
know
fault.
that. So they'll get a good who's their number one pick? That's the
Bryce
speculation.
Young.
That is Bryce Young, for a quarterback, which man, hopefully that would do, but I don't know if that's going to save all their problems.
They
But
need a quarterback now.
yeah. But the rest of it with the Cowboys, I think it's good to have games like this against these teams and still get a win because no matter what you do, Houston gave Philly a problem.
Yep.
They're not the worst team. They're the worst team statistically in the NFL, 111-1, but I don't think they
They
are
don't
always the
look like the
shittiest.
worst team.
Yeah. I think the Bears look more like the worst team than them, but it's if you put Justin Fields in a Houston uniform,
They
they'd
win a
be
lot
good.
more
They win
games.
a lot more. Mhm.
I will say this about your Cowboys. The only thing that I would change about your play calling is have Dak Prescott throw like 25 times and give those extra things to Zeke and Pollard.
But I think you'll get that more playoff
Yeah, because
because
to
like
have 25 carries total between the two of them,
yeah,
you
and
need
that
them to.
but they were down that almost that entire
I
game.
guess
So
yeah,
like,
that's right.
and
They
then they're
were
just
down.
throwing it right. So I mean,
Yeah.
at one point it was 17-14 us. It was
Yep.
14. Oh no, hold on, ten
Yeah. So
seven. Like it was
basically,
a good game.
going into the third quarter, you were down 23 to 17.
23-17. So we came
And
back.
Houston was like, and they got that crazy interception that put him like right in, and then they didn't go for points, which I mean, it
That's where
makes
we
sense
stopped, and
because
that was
even
the
if
end of
they,
the gameplay.
yep, if they went for points, they would have lost still by 1.
Yeah,
And so I don't know, man.
I think as you get into the
But hey,
playoffs, that's what's going to change is we'll have more running, but because we have fresher legs, and that will the defense is obviously you get through the football season and there's
Yeah,
injuries, defenses are going to be
100%.
tired, they're going to be hurt, and then you're just going to run Zeke and Tony Pollard down their throat, and that just opens up lanes for our receivers who we just signed T.Y. Hilton, 33-year-old vet from the Colts. Used to be a good guy, used to be a namesake, and then kind of fell off. I remember when he was a fantasy guy at one point, and
Dude.
signed
Yeah.
him. I think
With
it's
Andrew Luck, bro.
yep. I think it's a veteran move. I think, you know what? It's somebody else. It may not be Odell. We understand. And honestly, at that point, I'm happy we didn't go with Odell. If he doesn't want to play into like the playoffs, dude, we need it now because what's going to be better for the Cowboys is us being a number 1 seed and the winners of our division beating the Eagles than it will be being a freaking 5th seed. That's the worst part about this
I
season.
I was watching this game and I was like, damn, did they really just lose the number one? Did they lose their chances to become the number 1 seed right here? I was like watching and I was like, holy crap. Like, and I will tell you, this Noah Brown guy, he made this catch where he got drilled in the back, like right as he caught it and held onto it. And I was like, oh my gosh, like
An
go
Ohio
off,
State
dude.
guy right there. But
Oh, there it
yes,
is.
he is. He's done a lot for us over the last couple of years, and he's been a really good role player. So it's nice to even see him
It
this year. At the
it
beginning, he had a standout year.
yeah, so I mean, hey, I think the TY will help you. I think TY is gonna help you. TY is really good receiver. Maybe just didn't have the greatest quarterback thrown to him.
Exactly, I agree.
And
But yeah, that's it. I
so
mean,
now that
I'm
you have Dak,
excited for the rest of the season. Ty is going to be cool. It'll be interesting to see what they do with him and when he'll start to play. It's a great addition, and I'm excited for what's to come. I'm super pumped, man, right now. Like, I think I'm trying to remain calm, cool, and collective because the worst thing that the Cowboys are going to do to me is go and lose out or lose someone first round in the playoffs. And that's what happens typically.
yep. And honestly, we were talking about it earlier. Kind of get a shitty draw if everything stays the way it stays.
Yeah, if we get 5th seed and Tampa Bay wins, we have to face them and Tom Brady. Not that they look the greatest, but it's still Tom Brady. I would rather
Yeah,
face
in
anybody else.
playoffs,
Yep.
Tom Brady playoffs in his home team in his home arena, like because the other two teams would. I mean, you're not gonna get the last seed, so you're not. It would be
Second best team in the
the
NFC.
Ravens or the not the Ravens. That's my team. The 49ers or who's the other one?
What winners of the NFC?
Yeah, who's the other division
Vikings.
leader? Vikings. And I would much rather play those two teams.
I'd much rather play those two teams too than the freaking Tampa Bay. But you know what? Just hoping that we can do something. Maybe and Tampa still has not a chance to win it. Yeah, that's up in the air. So we just got to see Tom Brady even finish. And
Yeah,
last
so
week
if
he couldn't get the job done, but we can talk
and
about that later too.
yeah, and this week not as well either. And I don't really want to clock in right now, but we
Why?
have to because Steelers, man. Man, you know, I don't know, dude.
And the steel mill, man. Come on now. What's
We
going on?
so listen. We don't know how to run a ball. Um,
Sounds like the Lions take.
Kenny Pickett got injured in the first like series, I think. Maybe the second series. I think it was the first series. Because I was rushing home from work trying to like get there and I like turned the TV on in like second quarter and freaking Trubisky's at quarterback. And I was like, what the hell? I was like, what happened? Like, come on.
Favorite thing ever.
Yeah, concussions, bro. Dude. And like, yeah, whatever, man. He got a concussion. Oh, I think he's doing fine. And then we have this really cool guy, Mitchell Trubisky, who we brought in, $11 million, I think his deal was. And he comes in and he can throw it anywhere but the end zone. He can throw it to his players. He can throw it to the opposing players, but he can't throw it to the end zone. He gets one touchdown. And the thing that kills me is he throws 3 interceptions in the red zone. And we lose by 2 points. If he would have just got stopped and had to go to a 4th down, we win that game. We win that game. Take a field goal. Boswell makes those. Boswell makes those chip shots. But hey, Deontay Johnson's still touchdownless,
Got no
which is
hands.
weird. He's 6 for 82 yards. Not bad.
How many targets?
I don't know how many targets he had. It doesn't say on here.
Because that's the thing I want to know. He's
Yeah.
the
So the thing is, he had some pretty balls. Like, and the thing is, like, they were literally so close.
I think what makes this worse is you lost to a Ravens team who lost Lamar, who lost their backup quarterback,
Mentally,
and was
and then
literally in the third string, and you still took a L against what you probably think is the worst team in football besides the Browns. I think them and the Browns have
second worst team in
really.
football. And the thing that you know what it was? You know what it was? Do you know what J.K. Dobbins? Do you know what his stat line is?
Yeah, he balled out.
15 for 120 yards.
Yeah, they still wouldn't give him the ball. 15
I
times,
know.
that's not even that many.
I know. Well, they gave Gus Edwards 13 for 66. Like, we just could not stop the run. We could not stop the run.
That's a defense thing.
And
JJ Watt, all them.
yo, you know what it is? Our defense is fucking tired. When you turn the ball over 3 times,
Yeah.
like, it's like, what do you expect from us? And
Ground
to
and pound.
only let up 16 points on 3 turnovers.
Yeah. But that's the style of the offense that the Ravens should have ran all season. That's what
Yeah.
they used to be.
And then
But
Lamar.
yeah. Well, even with Lamar, they could have been and should be like that. They had good players, but they've had injuries the last couple of years with their running backs,
Yeah,
blah, blah,
see,
blah, blah. But
I don't,
anyway, you
yeah.
guys, that was a win that I thought easy win.
I thought we had that win. I thought we were going 6-7. We were one step closer to being from 500.
Yeah. I got to shout out my girl Nicole. She was there at the game. Looked cold as hell. She said it was cold as hell. 40s and
It probably,
30s.
bro, yeah, sounds cold as hell.
No sun.
Yeah, I know, but like, and once again, just a dreary game. It's 14-16, kind of boring. It was hella boring, but
You
like,
have to sit there out in that cold weather, but hey,
and then your team loses.
yeah, what a savage
Yeah.
day.
Other than that, I think we get into what the NFL was this week, and what the NFL was this week was kind of weird.
Super crazy. So many things. I think there
I
was a
think we,
lot of fun
I think
stuff.
we start off on Thursday night.
Holy cow. What a man. I
Baker
honestly
Mayfield.
makes me so happy for him.
Yo, Chris must have been freaking pissed because that was a lost game right there. That game, like, 100% was in the bag for the Raiders,
100%.
and they go and mess it up
Mess it up. But
on how probably easy of a playbook he must have had. Like, you have 4 days. Like, your playbook isn't that complex.
but the thing with the Raiders came out hot and then died.
Yeah, and not getting any touchdowns from Derek Carr is a no.
Yep. But you know what? Great. This is so exciting for Baker Mayfield. You just wanted a chance to prove that you can still ball out, play ball. At least he played. Like, he probably didn't play his best game. We'll see what happens then. But if anything, you got traded to Carolina, got benched, did all these things, and get traded to the Rams, and then you got a solid win Thursday night against a team that was whooping your ass, and you came back
Prime
and won.
time. Yeah,
Prime time.
prime time.
And
And they have
so
a prime time game next week.
so many people are happy for him. So many people are hyped for him. So I think that's actually really cool. But you know what? Who knows what ends up happening with him still?
And still, it's a new, and he did the same thing in Carolina. He came in, he won a game, and then he got benched because. But hey, good for him.
But
Finally,
messed up our freaking records. There was supposed to be a cakewalk. Derek Carr, get your shit
Come
together.
on, dude.
Derek Carr, I think, threw 2 interceptions and no touchdowns. He went
No
11 for
touchdowns.
20 and 2
Yeah.
interceptions. So
What's
he
that
only
about?
threw 8 balls that didn't
Hit the ground. Hey, we love those stats. We got the Bengals beat the Browns. No surprise there.
No.
Of course,
The first
Deshaun
time ever
Watson,
actually by Joey B. Did you know that?
he beat the Browns for the first time ever.
First time ever. Has never beat
Wow.
the Browns.
Wow. I don't know if Deshaun got hurt or if he got benched because I didn't watch the game because I hate those two teams.
He played for most of it, 26 for 42.
Yeah. Okay. So what you're doing wrong here. See, let me help you out, Browns. I know you guys suck, and let me help you out. Okay. Maybe throw it 27 times with Deshaun Watson, and give it probably to the best running back in the league right now.
Yeah, only 14 carries.
Yeah. What is that about? I understand he had 34 yards, but like, feed him. Keep giving it to him.
I think they know it's a lost season. So, like, you know what? Get as many play. We just want you to get back comfortable in the football thing.
Yeah. I will be very pissed because the Browns and the Steelers have the same record, but the Browns are ahead of them because they have more divisional wins. I will be pissed if the Steelers finish in 4th place.
Well, let's hope the Browns keep losing.
Yep. I'm a big fan of that one. I'm not picking them for the rest of the year. So, yep.
Another one that surprised the heck out of me, Trevor Lawrence was hurt going into this game. And he went to Nashville
balled out
territory, bro, and balled out and stomped the Titans, who at one point were looking pretty hot. I
The
think they
first
only had,
quarter, they fucked them up and then literally did nothing.
they even were winning some tough games. The Titans,
Yeah.
the Titans have been winning good games all season long, and they were like at one point like 6-3, and then they just
And
started.
now you wonder, okay, our season is not gone, but it's going down.
7-6. The Panthers are 5-8. They're only two
Yeah.
games back,
But
and
they're
they just beat them.
still they're still in the they still have a record. They still hold a record. They still hold whatever a divisional game or their division. So, do you play Malik?
No.
You stick with Tannehill?
Yeah, he's the vet. He's gonna win you the division
He
still,
is.
like right now, because the Jaguars play us this week, and so don't think. Sorry, little guy. I hope you
Yeah.
guys don't. But
I don't
yeah,
know. The Jaguars have looked really good last well
no,
not
they got
last game, but
whooped.
yeah,
Uh,
but he got hurt, right?
no, yeah,
Oh.
but like the kitty still like remember the kitty thing? Yeah, come on
Yeah,
now.
yeah. Oh yeah, I do remember the kitty thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
but okay, so listen, I
40
think
to
they're gonna
14,
lose. Yeah, 40-14. That's right. I forgot about that one.
and he still
And then
threw
they
31 times, so he played the full game.
yeah, that's my bad. That's my bad. I was just hoping that I was trying to make something there that wasn't. My bad.
No,
That's on me.
yeah,
That's on me. That's on me. That's on me. Um the Eagles absolutely fucking stomped the Giants.
yeah, 100% stop.
I swear the like Eagles like stopped playing at a certain point and still put up points.
Oh, 100%.
Like it was
Um,
like it's ridiculous.
there's a couple things about this one, and this is my first thing. One, this looks even worse for the Cowboys because we had a tough time playing the Giants, and the Eagles demolished them.
But
Second,
hold on that one. I want to counter you. The
okay,
Giants were way hotter when you played them.
yeah, that. Thank you for supporting the
I
Cowboys.
want to counter you because the Giants have been you were like the downfall of the Giant, like start of this like the
They were the
Lions,
second team that
they
they
lost
lost
to the
to.
Lions, right? And it was a bad loss. And they were coming out against a divisional opponent on Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
And they still lose. And like that's another like, oh, and then they get destroyed, not destroyed, but they lose to or they tie with the commanders who
yeah.
shouldn't have done that. And then they go and lose absolutely pollywopped by the freaking Eagles. So
Well, I
I will say
appreciate you being
your
optimistic for
team
us.
and yeah, it was a lot closer. Your game was like a lot better than this game.
And then this brings us to the second thing: is Jalen Hurts the league's MVP this year?
Dude, it's so hard not to pick him.
I know.
He's always played so like he's playing so good. I want to know what his actual stats are this year though.
Oh, this
His
year you
full
want me to name them?
stats are 62.6% completion, 7,363 yards, 44 touchdowns, and 16 interceptions.
That's his career. 7,000.
Oh, my bad. That's his career.
Yeah,
Regular season 3,157, 22 touchdowns, and three interceptions. He has three interceptions this
that's
year.
it. 68%
Holy
completed.
crap. And 108.4. Like, dude, he's making a thing to where it's like, how can you not pick him?
Right. I don't like the Eagles, but I love Jalen Hurts.
I know you
And
do.
this is so awesome to see him do so well. But damn it, why'd you have to be on the Eagles?
Yeah. That is literally so true. Like, why'd you have to be on the Eagles?
Yeah. But
For
100%,
you, I mean, I love it. Out of the
with,
out of the AFC.
without a doubt, I think he should win the MVP this season. He's looked the best all season. He is looked better too. Like he did decent last year. I would say they were good, but they weren't
Mhm.
great. And this year they are great. And they did the best thing for him and surrounded him by talent too.
Yep. And I think that like this is only true. This is only like right that he would win the MVP if it continues like this. You are on the best team in football, and you're leading them, and you're the reason they're winning.
Yeah.
That is a case of you should be the MVP.
Yeah, and I just got nothing but respect for him. What a swagger
Yeah,
to the man. What a whole
and
unit
what a
and
good guy too. Just
good
like
guy.
honestly,
Yeah,
um,
hard to hate him.
the kind another young quarterback who I absolutely hate, Patrick Mahomes. I just hate him because he's so good. He's so
So
damn good.
get a
Dude,
little
did you
lob.
see the throw?
That's
It,
expect and against Denver, of course he does
dude,
against Denver.
but the thing is like he's just like so good. And you know what I hate? You know what I hate?
What?
This is the one thing I hate. I hate Travis Kelsey. Love him. I think he's funny as fuck. But like,
I love him.
I don't understand as a defense, okay? As a defense, you're like, hey man, there's this really good tight end. I think I've said this before on this podcast. There's this really good tight end. Maybe we should try to guard him. Maybe.
I think you try,
Dude, he got 4 for 71 yards.
but he
Like
does that all the time.
that's
And
no, that
we
that's
have
what
no
I'm saying.
weapons.
Dude, that is what I'm saying. Like this season, he has 1,000 yards receiving, 81 receptions, and freaking 12 touchdowns.
Yeah. But I mean,
Like,
there was a bunch of other players in that game. Juju had
oh yeah, dude.
974. Travis had
Pachin,
4.
did you see Pachinko
McKinnon.
run that guy over?
Oh, bro, Pacheco's a beast.
Yeah, McKinnon had some really good catches this game. It
Yeah.
was like he had some baller catches this
He
game.
he had the catch to that really crazy
Yeah.
pass.
Yep. And like, dude, yeah, and then dude, so sad for Russ going down. Like I know we talk about him, like, but just like Mr. Amim. I hate seeing anyone injured. And when you're playing this bad this year and actually have a game where you're looking like, whoa,
He's
this team
back.
this team could come back in this game. Like this team could win. And then you go and get injured and what, dude, it sucks too. The only reason, like, he earned that first down.
Yeah, he did.
And then he gets injured. Oh, yeah, that was
23 for 36, 247 yards and 3 touchdowns and an interception. And then Patty had 3 interceptions this game.
Yeah.
So Denver actually had a shot until he got hit in the head.
Yep. And that was sad. Dude, that was wild. I don't even know what that bump was from. How do you even get that bump?
Bro, I don't know.
I hit hard.
Yeah. Another really great game, though. So that was a good game. But
yeah.
I love seeing Brock Purdy take the 49ers and stomping
Arizona boy. Let's go.
Oh, Brock Purdy. Where is he from?
Basha.
Is he?
Yeah. Went to Basha or he went to like Perry or something like that. He went somewhere in Gilbert.
An Arizona boy.
Arizona boy. Then he went to Iowa State. And he's a Cyclone.
A Cyclone.
Yeah.
He went to Perry High School in Gilbert.
Perry High School. That's what it is.
That was 3 miles from us.
Yep, it was. It was super close. And then
he went. When did he go to high school there?
4 years ago.
2016.
Yeah. So 2 years after we got 2 years after we graduated.
Started varsity is 2015 in his sophomore season. 2015. That was like literally he was a freshman when we were seniors.
Yep. I know. No, we were graduated. No, I guess he was, because he graduated in 2016. But you know what's crazy?
What's up?
This is the first time Tom Brady's ever lost to a rookie quarterback.
It's crazy.
My bad. First time they've ever lost to a starting rookie, the first start of a rookie quarterback. So like this was his first real start
in a period. I think it was just first.
First start. So he's lost to rookie. No, this their first start. Like this was his first official start of a team.
Yes, and it's not rookie. It was all
one thing though
QB that started against him.
Oh, is it? Yes. Oh, really?
So, and that was the thing. Like one of the things of watching all those like players that they beat, like some of them were nobodies. Like you wouldn't even know. So it wasn't. And like Brock Purdy, maybe a nobody. Who knows what happens? But like he's playing very, very well.
Hey, 2 wins. And the one thing, Brock Purdy, I think Kyle Shanahan said it best. He plays against a number 1 defense every week. And he has playmakers, bro. Like his team is set up to like win.
But
so it's kind of easy when you what's up, Debo?
Yeah. Tore ACL, bro. Not his ACL, he has a sprain in his ACL. So he's not
sprained ACL. It's a rough recovery. It's probably like 3 weeks.
Out for a little bit.
Yeah, he's 3 or 4 weeks. But I mean, he's still got McCaffrey. You've got Ray McLeod, and he's doing pretty well. You've got Brandon Ayuk, Kittle.
You still have a crazy good team. Like this team still isn't bad. And honestly, how great.
And their defense rivals the Cowboys. Those 2 teams are arguably the 2 best defenses in the league.
Defensive players of the year right now, I think, are either Nick Bosa or Michael Parsons.
Yep, both of their DNs. Outside linebackers, whatever they want to. It's so weird when they're like, "Oh, it's an outside linebacker." Yeah, and I'm like, what do you mean it outside? It's a DN. And then they got Tom Brady is gonna lose that division.
Oh,
I mean, like he's not going to, but like it's like looking so bad.
I hope he does. I think he does.
I mean,
I think
it's
gonna be super tough for him to win the division because he plays the Falcons, and the Panthers, who are both in competitive for the division. He plays both of them.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
not going to be an easy win. And they haven't looked good, and they're not going to continue
Not
to
in
look good.
divisions.
And honestly, at this point, you're just kind of frustrated. Is this his last year?
Uh
I don't know.
my
And
thing is like, how could it be your last year? You can't make this your last year as Tom Brady. The only reason I say that is because you had so much controversy around the outside world and not football.
right, you gave up your wife for this.
Yeah, and so why would you, dude? But I like the thing is like, did I personally think this was a long time coming? The divorce after
They
I'm guessing
commercial
it's
each
when
other.
I'm guessing it's when he moved to Tampa. I'm guessing she thought he was done after New England, and then he moved to Tampa, and it's probably been since he's been at Tampa for the last I think 2 or 3 years that she's like, let's pack it up, and maybe he wasn't happy.
Hey, either way or not, whatever. No, we're not going to get into his personal life, but I think it is part of it. Like, there's so much of it that who
Oh,
knows
dude,
what he
and
does
he's
next
and
year.
he's like and he's caught up in like the NFT scandal. He's just caught up in a lot of things that aren't football.
Yeah,
And so it's like, do you come back one more year and like, do you go to Las Vegas?
yeah,
Do you transfer? Do you go? I think this is his last year
yeah. We'll see.
on a contract. So,
And then the other fun one was the Panthers and the Seahawks. Man, the Seahawks are trying to blow the playoff berth that they had. So hard. Geno Smith,
dude,
come on, bro. What happened to you?
come on, Gino.
It wasn't
You
even
gonna
all
lose to
Geno.
Sam
It
Darnold?
was a lot of it,
No,
but
no, no.
that
You gonna lose to
was.
Sam Darnold?
And then you get all their players out. So they have two running backs that are injured.
Yeah.
It's a sad, sad
And
season C.
and Homer did nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had no running game.
30 to
What are you
24
gonna
in
do when?
Seattle against Sam Darnold. Man, Sam Darnold looked good.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't know, man. I just really hope that they don't blow their playoff berth
I think they will.
because
You have to be the
that division
49ers.
kind of, yeah. I
That's
know
the
it's
team to
hard,
be.
bro.
That's the team to be.
That division kind of sucks otherwise.
Yeah.
If you're not the 49ers, that division, like I like the Seahawks and they're doing well, but like if you just look at them, they're kind of shitty.
Yep. The
They
San
they
Fran are 9-4, and the Seahawks are 7-6. The only way the Seahawks literally have to win out, and the San Francisco has to lose a couple games. But if you're a Seahawks fan, you're trying to go for the wild card.
Yeah, 100%. There's no
You're
way
winning.
there's no way you're catching up to the 49ers.
No.
And then we have the last two games of the Sunday and the Monday night game. The Chargers go and beat the Dolphins. Who is the new Chargers team?
Oh
They're
my God.
finally winning games.
Mike Williams is back, baby.
Finally
That's
looking like the
hey, did
yeah,
you like that?
I did.
Did you like that?
No,
That's the only reason why I beat you in fantasy football this week is because of
I
Mike
know.
Williams. Shout out to my guy.
I
You're the
know.
man.
Finally
Oh, I was supposed to
finally
lose.
gets back.
And then Mike Williams came out and
I
said, you
know.
know what? I got this team. I got the Chargers, baby. Put the team on his back.
And now I think this is perfect. Hey, Justin Herbert is a good quarterback, but if you don't surround him with weapons, he's not going to be good. He's not going to be an Aaron Rodgers. He's not going to be a Tom Brady. He's not going to be this quarterback who's going to do everything to nobody receivers.
Yeah. You got to have him surrounded by somebody. You got to give him like Patty Mahomes is great quarterback. Don't get me wrong, really skilled, but he's always had veterans, two great receivers, great everything around him, and that's like
And
where Herbert is. But that's a
that
football team.
offense gets people open.
That's a football
Yeah.
team.
The
Even
team,
too,
it's
like
just like, yeah,
Tom Brady had Randy
I
Moss.
don't know. Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers had
He's had some
Devontae
great
Adams. He even
receivers.
had Gordy Nelson
Yeah.
forever. They used Randall Cobb when they were young and healthy. Though all those players had great teams, and those were Super Bowl winning teams. But they had to have surrounded with the system. You have to have healthy. And Keenan Allen's always unhealthy.
Yeah.
Every year he has injuries. Mike Williams is, I think, his second year in the row. He's had some bad injuries, but besides that, he wasn't. But Mike Williams is one of their best players on this team because he's the end zone threat. He's a big boy. Like he's
Yes.
tall, got good hands. Where Keenan's like not that. Like he's quick, but he's not
He's
huge.
he's your number one. He's your number one. He's not your deep threat. I mean, he can't be a deep threat, but he is your pure number one receiver. Where it's like I'm going to run perfect routes and I'm going to be open. And when he's healthy, right? When Keenan Allen, he's going to run perfect routes. He's going to be healthy. He's going to do his thing, and you just got to get the ball there. And then, but good for Josh Palmer for stepping up when they needed it. And like he kind of found himself a good position to where it's like, if the Chargers don't want to pay him, like he'll go somewhere else and get the money. Like
Yeah.
he had really good games when he was the number one.
Yeah. So it'll be exciting. This
And
team's
so
finally looking in their own, trying to get their defense back too. That defense is actually really great. Well, their defense hasn't even failed them. I think it's mainly been their offense. So
it's been
what
their
a
offense.
statement win
It's
against
been
Miami, though, the AFC.
yeah.
What about Miami on the
And
other
is
hand?
my yeah, what the fuck? Are they like falling off right now? Like are they
Tua, 10 for
trash?
28, 145 yards and a touchdown. This is the
That's what I'm saying.
Tua
Like
that I
what is
originally remembered.
are people starting to is McDavid or McDaniels, McDavid, hockey, bro.
Yeah,
Is McDaniels like are people just understanding his offense now? Like, is that what's going on? Like
maybe a little bit.
they're healthy. They're healthy. They're not like unhealthy. They have everybody. Is
Yeah.
Tua different after the weird hit? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is it like
It's gonna be different. We'll
eh,
see. And Miami has definitely fallen off the last couple of weeks, so you'll see how they end up the season. They
yeah.
still have a wild card spot, and if they can still do things in the wild card, then they look better. But definitely, if you start looking at them now, from what they were at 5-0 to where they are now at 8-5, you've won
Yeah.
3 games since that and has lost 5. You're 3-5 in your last whatever, I mean 5, 6, 7, 8 games.
Yeah.
Bad. That's not
Eight
good.
games. That's not great. And then but I mean your division is looking like it's falling apart. The Jets don't even
But the Jets
Mike White got
played.
hit
Uh,
twice.
Jets played a
The
good game
Bills, but
against the
he got
Bills.
demolished. And Mike White got injured and like Flacco came in and stuff like that.
But he played
But
that
Mike
game
White,
tough.
I
He
mean,
came
it's
back a
only for
couple
the
different times.
yeah, he
Like
came back
White,
twice. He came back once. He went to the tent, came back, and then got hit again.
yeah, good for him. He would try to play that game.
Yeah, and then he did you see his press conference? He was like, I just wanted to get back in there. Like that's the quarterback that you need.
100%.
I think they need one more year with Mike White. They get rid of fucking
Wilson, go
Zach
trade him.
Wilson.
Zach Wilson.
Yeah, get something for him. Hmm?
Yeah, Zach Wilson, get rid of him, trade him, get something for him,
Trade him.
and then start over. But yeah, dude, the last other one was the Monday night. I was so stoked because I was like, Cardinals got this in the bag. 3
Dude.
plays in, Kyler Murray tears his ACL. What the fuck's that about?
I mean, you can't really help tearing ACL.
But on a
You can't.
non-contact,
You
he didn't
can't.
even do anything. He fell. He like switched his knee up. Man, that sucks.
Okay, me too. I've been there. I felt it. Okay, it's
On
not fun.
trampoline. No, I know you can't
Yeah, it's
handle it,
the
but
same.
still, how crappy is that to end a season? To tear his ACL on a
Yeah,
they've been looking bad, and they didn't look bad against this Patriots, and still that defense just took over. That defense took over, and you can realize that was the end of the game. They had one player.
and it's like it. Who?
I don't know his name, but
Connor?
55, Louis, or something like that. No, the Patriots. That he was
Oh, the
making
Patriots.
big plays on the defensive side to make the Cardinals look pretty crappy.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't think it did takes much to make the Cardinals look crappy.
No, but Connor had a
They
solid
are
game.
Joshua Itchy. I don't know how to say his
Yeah,
last name.
something like that.
UCAG.
Yeah.
The Cardinals, like they just look bad. Is Cliff Kingsbury gone this season? Like
He looks
and the
super
thing that's crazy
frustrated.
is he looks like he's on the hot seat. He looks stressed. Like he looks like he's getting fired.
Yeah.
That interview, did you see that interview?
Hmm.
He had that interview. Oh, he looks like he's not doing good. Like he does not look like Mr. Cool Cliff Kingsbury, who's sitting in his office or his house doing drug deals. You know,
I'm
he
dead.
looks like he looks like a guy who is like fighting for his job
Honestly.
right now.
Yeah, 100%. And I think so too. But we'll see. I think they might give him one more year. Well, we'll see. I don't know. But that kind of wraps it up for
You just traded all these people. You just traded for
yeah,
all these people. You got to give him one more year.
gotta give him one more year. But that wraps up for our
And
recap of week 14,
I
right?
I would, I would love for you to just tell the people who won this week.
Oh, good.
I,
You
I know
finally.
it's
I
weird.
was so proud of
I
you.
know it.
Yes.
I know it's weird. This is like the third time I've won.
Uh-huh. And the
It's the
top.
third time I've won. Yeah,
But if it wasn't for the Cardinals game,
yeah, third
we
time
would have
I've won.
tied. If the Cardinals would have won, we would have tied. But good job to the Patriots, and you got the W this week in our
You
predictions.
keep saying that, bro.
Hey,
Every week you keep
every
going.
week.
You keep going. If this didn't happen,
But hey,
I got
I
lucky
still been
last week with the
winning.
tie.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you did get lucky last week with the
I
tie.
got lucky last week with the tie.
But overall, it was really
Yeah.
good. Congratulations, you did win. But I still got you in fantasy, which was even more important
What?
because we have one more week before we go to the playoffs. I play Eric, who's been on this podcast, and Eric is the number one, and I'm the number two. I beat him. I'm number one. He beats
Yeah,
me.
I
He's
don't.
number one.
I don't even know if I'm like right at the edge of the playoffs. I'm like sixth seed, I
Do you think
think.
you make it in? Like, truthfully, do
I
you
don't
think you
know,
make it
man.
in?
I've really
Chris
given
doesn't
up on
make it.
fantasy this year. I've given up on yeah, I've given up on fantasy this year. My fantasy team has been kind of atrocious. I keep getting injuries. Like I've gotten heavy injuries this week, and it's this year, and it's been kind of shitty, bro. I will tell you that for sure. So yeah, I lost to you. I don't care, bro. I didn't want to play you. You're too
Right now,
good.
you're in the sixth seed.
I'm
You're
I'm
gonna
in the
be in the
sixth seed,
playoffs, and you could always make a
but
win. Don't
also
be getting that
no,
attitude.
hold on. My thing is, I think that I play Sipes next week.
You would
We have
if
one.
you would. You play her next week?
Yeah, I
Oh,
play
like
him
this
next week.
upcoming week?
Yeah,
Oh, dude, you guys are projected right now 3-6, so yeah, that's a tough game. But good luck. She's 9-5.
yeah.
She's
So
the best team.
I understand, bro. I understand. But the thing is, if I lose, I think and Chris wins, I give him the in. No, no, no. We'll have the same record, and I have the win over. I don't know how that works
I don't know
because
how
he
that
has more
works
points
either, but the
for.
commissioner will
He has
definitely
more
sway his
points
way. I
for.
bet he gets
He'll
in.
definitely
I bet
sway
he
it in.
gets in. But yes, number
It
I
says he has a 21% chance of getting in, and I have a 58. So I'm the only team that's not in the playoffs yet. I have the last seed, but I have a 58% chance of winning.
you better win, dude.
Tell Cypress to bench your players.
Oh no, you would still make it in actually because there was no one that could make it in. You'd be 7-8, and Chris would be 6-9. So you're in. I don't see it.
If I win,
Yeah, if you lose, even if you lose, you'd be 6-9. That'd be different. Ooh, that'd be hard. Yeah, but
that's
you
what I'm
have.
saying. If
Yeah,
I lose and Chris wins, Chris
I'm
has to
just gonna
lose,
wish
man.
you
That's
luck.
all I'm saying. Yeah, that me too, man. I really hope that I can win. And I just, honestly, I don't know if I want to be in the playoffs because your team's looking really good.
Thank you.
And my team's kind of looking trash.
I'm dead.
And you're lucky Jonathan Taylor's on a bye, and I picked up this fucking homer gate and gave me 1 point.
Would have been great. Yes, you could have won. Should have, could have, would have, baby. That's the fantasy league.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. So Chris isn't here. We all know that. We've all heard our voices and not Chris' voices. So Justin, do you know the Thursday night game?
Yes, I'm looking at it right now.
If Chris was here, do you think Chris would know the Thursday night game?
Probably not because it's two teams that he would have known, and he would have said like a.
Doesn't
You
care
would have said
about.
AFC, and he would have been like Chargers in this or something. I don't know, or Browns in this.
Probably some shit
Yeah,
like that.
but we
But we
have
got
an
the
NFC
49ers and the
West.
Seahawks.
Yep, an NFC
The
West.
Seahawks need this game.
Yeah,
Seahawks need this game.
they
They
need
do. And can the legacy of Brock Purdy continue on? That's the thing. Is like we are really like the defense obviously is great, but can the legacy of Brock Purdy? He's thrown like fucking 5 touchdowns, 6 touchdowns in 2 games.
Yep, and they're playing in Seattle. It's a Seattle Thursday night game, and this
The
was
12th man. Has he ever played around a 12th man?
he won in his
Hey,
home.
listen.
The 49ers
Yeah.
have been at
And
home the last 2 games, so this is a away game in a tough stadium to play in against a rival team. This one's going to be dangerous, and you know what? I don't know who to pick. This one's going to be so hard to have to choose.
yeah, and every time I go against the 49ers, I end up losing.
Yeah. So
That's
who
like
are you going with?
so I'm going 49ers because every time I go against them, they lose. I lose.
You're going for the 49ers?
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to go Seahawks. I think the Seahawks are actually going to win.
Well, then do it.
No, I'm going to go 49ers because like I said, every time I go against the 49ers, I've lost.
I'm
picked
really,
I
really
picked
excited for Brock Purdy, but this is where I think the Seahawks
did I pick the Bucks? I picked the Bucks, huh?
Yeah, because you
And I lost that one.
you let Chris sway you with Tom Brady.
Yep. And so I've gone again every time I've gone against the 49ers, I've lost.
Okay. Well, guess
So
what? You will continue to lose.
see.
Picking the 49ers, and the Seahawks are going to take this W. Let's go, Seattle,
I know.
baby. Seattle sports.
I know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Seattle sports. Woo.
Ooh. And that wraps it up
yeah,
for this episode, right?
Yeah, it does. It does. I have nothing else to say. You have anything else to say?
I got nothing else to say, man. It's been a wonderful time. Pleasure being able to chat. Sorry, Chris, you weren't able to be here. But yeah, hey, if you want to follow us, we're at Three Amibros podcast on all socials, everything. We've been putting out reels,
All
having some
socials.
fun stuff. We'll be posting some other things. So you really should get on the hype train and follow us on all those social medias.
Yeah, it's a great time. And if you don't, fuck you. That's all I have to say.
No, we love you. We're just gonna sway you. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That's but once
if
again,
you
if you
don't
don't,
chew big red, then fuck
fuck
you.
you. Yeah, that's basically if you don't follow Three
Ricky Bobby
Amigos,
style, baby.
yeah, if you don't follow Three Amigos podcast on all socials, fuck you. That's basically on all socials. Now, if you follow us on Instagram, good for you. I want you to follow us everywhere else. Okay.
All social.
So yeah, I got nothing else to say. And other than that, let's hope the Steelers can get a win this week.
Yeah, let's do it. Happy Thursday, all. Have a great week.
Boom. Bye, guys.